Rather than to the floor that night. Every room was taken, every corner free. People everywhere, tired, hungry, desperate for shelter. And I was so exhausted, running from guest to guest, trying to keep order in the storm.
I remember hearing that night a quiet, hesitant knock on the door. And when I opened it, I saw there a young man, dusty from travel, and a young woman, so very pregnant and so tired.
I knew before they opened the door, or before they spoke, what they needed. And I knew I had nothing less to offer.
And went back and forth, the silent tones and his reasons, my compassion. But he did all he could do. But my heart was still urging me to do more.
All I could offer was a stable. A place for animals, not for people. But I told myself that it was better than nothing. And as I watched them walk away, something inside me was settled.
Those were eyes. And something in my heart ached. A mother knows another mother when she is at her peak. Please, do something. Look again.
When every man was taken, every mat claimed, even the floor space was gone. I wasn't trying to be unkind. I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't see a way.
I saw her walking slowly and careful. And I saw him steady her with his trembling hands. He did all he could. All he could. But my heart was still urging for more.
We looked at night. I heard a sound. A baby's cry, soft, but caring, powerful, and holy. It went through the silence of the night, and I realized the Messiah. The one our people had been waiting for generations had been born. But I said,
My eyes filled with tears, not from regret, but from awe. God came so close to our door, and yet we didn't recognize him.
for years, I carried the weight of that moment. I wondered what might have happened if we would have opened the door wider, or if I would have listened more closely to my wife's urgings.
After a while, I learned something precious. God is not limited by our shortcomings. And He even can take the smallest space, like a stable, and He can make it. We can think it's not enough, but He can make it holy.
The door we didn't open
Still
didn't keep him from entering the world. The space we thought was too humble became a sanctuary for the king.
We were just smelly old shepherds. Unwanted, unnoticed. No one ever thought that anything important would ever happen to us. Let me tell you, on that night, the ordinary night, just like tonight, slow, quiet. I know you heard of the sheep, sad.
What's that?
The sky exploded and burst into light. We were so afraid, so afraid. And we fell to the ground. But then there was a calming voice. A calming voice that said, "Do not be afraid. Because I bring you good news and great joy for all people, even smelly old shepherds like myself." And as we thought about that, the angel said again, "In the city of David, a Savior is born, and you will find him lying in a manger." Oh, can you imagine? The Messiah in a manger? And as we were thinking about that, the sky exploded again, and thousands upon thousands of angels were singing, "Glory to glory to glory, to glory to glory, to glory in the highest." Something inside of us felt like fire and wind. It was like heaven came down to earth. And we were so excited, we ran across fields, over stones, wide-eyed and breathless. And when we found him, that is the Messiah, lying in a manger, clothed, we knew what the angel said was true. And something inside us changed as we looked upon the baby. Peace, joy, love, and wonder. And we did wonder, why would God use a smelly lowest of the lowest to reveal the highest? We couldn't keep quiet. We had to tell everybody, hey, the Messiah's here. The Messiah's here. The Messiah is here. God is so marvelous that he could use a smelly old shepherd like me to reveal his story. So imagine, he could use anyone.
We spent our lives studying the heavens, patterns, signs, mysteries, and the stars. But nothing prepared us for the light that appeared on that night. It was like a living flame in the sky, steady, brilliant, holiness. We knew it could only mean one thing. A king had been born. But not just any king. This was the promised one our ancestors spoke of. And so, we left everything behind. Our homes, our routines, our comforts, to follow the star, across deserts, over mountains, along unknown terrain. Night after night, it guided us. until he reached the child. He wasn't in a palace. There were no guards, no royal robes, no throne, just a humble home. A young mother, a gentle father, and a quiet, holy presence. The moment we saw him, we bowed. Our treasures, gold, frankincense, myrrh, felt small compared to the glory before us. We didn't come just to bring gifts. We came because our hearts acknowledged the light of the world. And now I know God still leads us. Sometimes with a light that's bright enough to see. And sometimes with a whisper only the heart can hear. But when you follow his light, you always arrive at hope.